I played outside. I ate a lot. If you've ever told a story like that, you might have noticed your friends looking a little confused. Your English facts are correct, but the sentences feel disconnected, almost baby-like, and they fail to explain the relationship between these two events. This is where the past perfect continuous tense becomes a useful tool. It provides a way to explain the duration of an action that leads up to a specific past moment, making the cause of your story clear. To use it, you only need two components you likely already know: basic past tense verbs and how to add the letters ing to an action word. By combining these pieces, you build a structural bridge. You stop reciting individual events and start constructing a narrative that shows how one long action resulted in a specific past situation. Let's look at another example. Mom cooked. The kitchen smelled amazing. We know two things happened, but we don't feel the hours of effort leading up to that great smell. The duration is entirely missing. This table shows the exact grammatical formula you need to fix that. To build the past perfect continuous, you combine your subject with had, then been, and finally your main verb ending in ing. Notice that the middle section never changes. Whether your subject is I, she, we, or they, you will always use had been. It is a constant, predictable core. That leaves the ing at the end of your verb. That suffix is the indicator that the action was ongoing over a period of time. Now apply that formula to our earlier story. Take the subject mom, add the constant had been, and turn cook into cooking. Mom had been cooking. This structure provides the logic required to anchor a long, continuous action firmly in the past. Getting the words right is step 1. Step 2 is understanding exactly when these actions take place on a timeline relative to each other. This diagram illustrates the relationship between a continuous action and a past event. Look at the yellow arrow labeled I had been ing. It represents an action moving forward through time, but notice how it stops at the vertical line marked past. That vertical line is the specific past event or feeling you are trying to explain. The continuous action is the long-term cause. The event on the line is the immediate result. Let's test this logic. Imagine you walked inside yesterday and your hands were covered in black oil from your bicycle. Your hands were dirty because I'd been repairing my bike. Try another one. Tom walked through his front door yesterday and immediately collapsed on the couch, completely exhausted. Why was he tired? Because he had been working hard all day. By keeping this diagram in your head, you ensure your ongoing actions point to past results rather than bleeding into the present moment. There is one final check to run. You have to watch out for a specific group of words called stative verbs that describe internal states rather than physical actions. Words like know, like, and have when used for possession. Because these represent states of being, they cannot be used in continuous forms. If you try to force them into the formula, the logic fails. Saying, I had been knowing him for years sounds unnatural to native speakers, because knowing isn't a physical action you actively perform and then stop. This grammar textbook highlights the correct approach in Section E. When you hit a stative verb, you drop the continuous formula and revert to the simple past perfect. We had known each other for years. Filtering out these rule breakers and adjusting your sentence accordingly is the final layer of polish required for professional-sounding stories. Now it is time to put the complete formula to the test. Here are your flat facts. James was out of breath. He ran. Take 3 seconds. Apply the constant had been, add the ing suffix, and connect the cause to the effect. Here is the correct sentence, straight from the textbook. James was out of breath. He had been running. Getting that right demonstrates you can now structure a sentence that emphasizes the duration of an action before a specific past event. I want you to practice this right now. Go to the comments and write your own 2-sentence story explaining why you were tired yesterday using this new tense.